Sure. My name's Stuart. I head Lenovo's education business for the entire world. Education is an enormous segment for Lenovo, and it's one that we find super critical to success, our success, of course, as well as supporting moving forward, particularly through these very, very dynamic times of change. Look, hey, the pandemic happened, and actually no one in the world really knew what to do. What we knew instinctively was, hey, being able to continue education was going to be critical for the continuation of growth across humanity. What that meant was a huge proliferation of devices ended up in students' hands, and education could continue. The challenge that we've seen as a result of that, of course, is things like cybersecurity risk and the threats that are coming in through this very large exposure surface that is now out there in the field, and being able to protect and help educators maximize the investment that they've made in having these devices and making sure it's secure, make sure it's going to last through its 3 to 5 year life cycle, and more than anything ensure that it's doing its purpose, that it's helping the kids and helping the educators continue education regardless of whether they're in the classroom or whether they're at home. Wow, I didn't bring my crystal ball. Sorry, I should have had my crystal ball with me, but I mean, it's a really great question. Look, it's a really exciting time. As I mentioned before, there's a lot of technology that is built to enable continuing education. That doesn't mean just K through 12 or higher education. It's lifelong. So the key part I think that Lenovo's made a big investment in is being able to structure its teams in a way that has now got a global oversight. We have very close understanding of what's happening in the North America market. We know what's happening in the EMEA market, but to a lesser extent across the Asia Pacific, because it's such a fragmented market. Now, good news or bad news, I'm the global head of education and I live here in this market, and I'm really passionate about this market. So answer number one, what should you expect from Lenovo is Lenovo getting to know our customers much better. One. Two, and once you get to know customers, you start to understand the problems that they face, and these are big problems, like not necessarily just technology related, but technology can play a role to help solve. And as mentioned, as we understand the problems, we then can start building these solutions together as a collaborative community, if you like, within EDUtech. Challenges. Oh, goodness me. There's so many challenges, right, that we need to address. The key one, I think, is that the biggest pain point is things around, I already mentioned cybersecurity, but actually the teacher shortage. Now, initially, having a lack of teachers doesn't sound like it's something that a company like Lenovo could help address. But actually, the reality is technology can help address this. During the pandemic, I think everybody got used to doing their learning from anywhere. And that became quite comfortable, and everyone's familiar with that. Now that kids aren't at home, they're now back into the classroom. The issue is we don't have enough teachers. So that same technology can be moved into a way where it creates like a master teacher environment, meaning one teacher can support many classrooms, meaning that there can be that supervision, there can be that rigor around classroom management that I believe that technology will play a role. This is just one example, but there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of challenges we need to address. Well, first of all, I walked into this room, and this has been a number of years since I've been in here at MBS. And first of all, wow, it's great to be back at MBS. But as you come down the elevators and walk into this room, it's just, wow. It's the scale of this is just incredible. Walking up onto the stage, I mentioned it during the keynote, it's terrifying. There's 2,500 people in the room, and I haven't done this for a long time. So that's the terrifying part, but the thrilling part is, hey, being able to meet people and handshake and grab a coffee and rekindle and reestablish connections that we haven't been able to for the last couple of years. So this event is really the key part. Other stuff, of course, I'm going to walk around and check out the booths and handshake and network. That's what these events are all about. But really thanks to the Terrapin team for helping us get to where we are today.